Number 7, Robbie Fowler.
And here come Liverpool again with Redknapp. Attack might be the best form of defence for them. Robbie Fowler has scored a hat-trick at Villa Park.
Gone for Robbie again. A lot of the players, why I've gone for them is their impact on the pitch and off the pitch, and he was exactly the same for me. Robbie was probably the top man in the team, if you like, when I just coming into the team, so I sort of looked up to Robbie, and Steve McManaman the same, really. They were the two main men, if you like. Robbie was scoring 30 goals, and I think Macca was probably making 30 goals for him.
Is there anything on for Robbie Fowler? A stunning goal for the boy wonder.
At the time, and they were the top men around town, and Liverpool, everyone loved them. You know, the team were doing great. So at the time, just getting into the team, he was someone to look up to and hopefully someone to follow. A bit unfortunate later on to have the serious injuries that he had, because I think the impact he could have had would have been, I think he could have probably been the best player to maybe have ever played for the club if he wouldn't have had the injuries that he did. You look at the impact he had in his, you know, he's 18, 19, 20, 21.
Fowler! Red hot Robbie does it again for Liverpool.
And then he got the injuries, and then maybe Michael Owen come in and Heskey come in, so it looked as if maybe he was going to be a bit tough for Robbie, but I was just delighted for Robbie that he was involved in the treble season, because for what he'd done for Liverpool, he deserved to win some trophies.
Fowler coming in from the left. Owen is in space. Fowler hangs on and scores! Would you believe it?
As a footballer, just natural ability. He wasn't, you know, physically or the quickest or that type of thing, but just in terms of natural ability. I mean, left-footed player, but he could also strike it so sweet with his right foot. You don't normally see that.
Smeets here getting into a position for Fowler, and he does complete his hat-trick.
And the amount of headed goals he got for the size of him as well, his time, the jump was fantastic as well. And I think Robbie was the type of player who could score every type of goal. He scored a tap-in, one from outside the box, a header, overhead kick, a cheeky goal. He could do everything. So when you see the DVDs of Robbie's goals, you see everything on there, and I think that shows what, you know, special talent he was.
This is Fowler. Rush is there too, and Fowler doesn't need him. He produces an explosive finish. Robbie Fowler, 1-1. Goodness me.
Berger's corner, flicked by McManaman, and it's there. It's Robbie Fowler again, and the boy is on a natural high.
Now it's McAteer. Oh, beautifully done, Fowler. Wrong-footing Staunton, and look at the shot! Oh! Screamer! 2-0! This is irresistible stuff. We have seen two dream goals. Steve Staunton, the former Liverpool favourite, left for dead here by Robbie Fowler.
Robbie was a, you know, big character in the dressing room. He liked to laugh and a joke. He was organising, you know, nights out and different things like that. He liked to enjoy himself off the pitch as well. So he certainly, you know, enjoyed himself, as I said, on and off the pitch. But he was always a big character in the dressing room because he was such a good player. So he was also going to be held in high esteem by everyone in the dressing room because of what he'd done on the pitch, and that's why his nickname was God.
Barnes, and Fowler's away again, surely not a hat-trick. It's saved. Robbie Fowler! Oh, sensational stuff. What's the timing on that goal? It's 4 minutes, 33 seconds. A Premiership record hat-trick for Robbie Fowler.
Number 6 is Gary McAllister.
It's given cheaply to Michael Owen. Loads of room to work with it. Now Gary McAllister against his old team. Had to be.
I've gone for Macca for the influence that he had probably on the dressing room, really, and the young players in that treble season. I think that the treble season for myself, Danny, Michael, Emile Heskey, Stevie Gerrard, I think that was the season that took us to another level, if you like. Became men, if you like, winning trophies for Liverpool. We weren't just playing for Liverpool then. And I think he had a massive impact on that. You know, he's coming in at the start of the season on a free transfer. A lot of people raised eyebrows, and, you know, the impact he had was fantastic on the pitch and also off the pitch as well. I think, you know, he helped Steven Gerrard a lot because he played in a similar position. Helped me a lot as well, you know, just through his experience, the way he trained every day. And I think we all remember his famous goal at Goodison as well.
McAllister takes it! Oh yes! What a goal by Gary McAllister! With seconds remaining, Liverpool have surely snatched victory. And what a crucial free kick that was for Everton to concede.
I think that was a massive impact on the treble to go on and achieve what we did, that goal.
Perhaps raised eyebrows amongst the fans, raised eyebrows amongst his teammates-to-be as well. What was the reaction here at Melwood when you heard you were signing a 35, 36-year-old central midfielder?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't too worried about it because it was one of them. It was a free transfer. We had young players coming through. We had Didi, we had Jamie Redknapp come back from injury, we had Steven Gerrard. So he was obviously coming in as a squad player on a free transfer. So it was one of them that we couldn't lose. And he's also been a fantastic footballer. He had a great career, but you were just hopeful that he still had a little left in the tank. And you know, he's an inspiration to me still now, I suppose, but at my age really, to keep on going and show that other players I've done it and hopefully I can do it myself.
Harry Walsh making sure the wall is in the exact right place, but it doesn't matter with Gary McAllister around. Liverpool have won the match now. Another special free kick from Gary McAllister.
He was always there for advice, and I think he led by example really, just the way he trained every day. You know, I think coming from Coventry to Liverpool, I think revitalised him as well, gave him like the enthusiasm that he'd have as a child, if you like. He was buzzing around because he was at Liverpool, to be honest, and sometimes make you think, realise how lucky you are at Liverpool when a player of that stature is excited as anyone to be playing for Liverpool. So I think that rubbed off on everyone as well. You know, the free kicks, the penalties.
Steps up to take the penalty. Gary McAllister. Liverpool lead.
Vital goal against Barcelona. Can he turn it against Tottenham? Yes, he can. Man of the week.
Scored against Barcelona, brought them to the final. Now he can restore a 2-goal advantage in the final. And he does.
And also the corners he used to take, I mean, probably one of the best corner kick takers I've seen really. The amount of goals we got the treble season from a flick on at the front post and all through his board, a little ding to the near post, and it's something we've never really done since that really, so certainly missed that side of him. Well, he was a model pro, wasn't he? He was probably totally the opposite to some of the lads I've just mentioned, and the reason he played till 36 and at such a high level because he looked after himself, and I said that's probably an example I'm looking to myself now.
McAllister and Ziege, both dangerous from here. And it's McAllister against his own club! I don't believe it! 4 in 4! Gary McAllister!
Number 5, going for Fernando Torres.
Gerrard. Oh, Torres is in. He's on a hat-trick. Fernando Torres could make it a dream night for him and for Liverpool. And he does. A hat-trick for Torres.
I think he's almost broke not every record, but a lot of records. And I think if he stays here now for the next 4 or 5 years, I think he could be looking to maybe break Roger Hunt's and Rushie's records, them type of records. And similar to what Pepe's done with Clem, I think he could go close to that, and hopefully he will if he stays at the club, which I'm sure he will. The impact he's having on the club is massive. I mean, he's a hero to Liverpool fans, Liverpool players, you know, and I think he's one of the best players in the world now, and everyone looks at Liverpool now because Fernando Torres is not here. They used to do because Steven Gerrard was here, now we've also got Fernando as well, so I think it's something as a club that we should be very proud of.
That's a good ball, and here is Torres. The keeper comes. Oh, what a finish! Absolutely delightful. Fernando Torres with 2 in midweek and now 1 at the weekend. It's 11 for the season. Wonderful ball by Gerrard, but it's all about Fernando Torres.
I think a lot of people looked at him and weren't quite sure because he didn't score that many goals. I think they always knew about his pace and his strength, but I think he was only looking maybe getting 15 goals a season at Atletico Madrid, and I think it was a surprise to everyone really that the amount of goals he got here. But you know, long may that continue, and I just think the English game suits him a lot more than maybe the Spanish game. And I think he's not a typical Spanish player, if you like, in terms of technique and skill and stuff like that. He's more of a British player of using his pace and his strength and being a right handful for defenders. And I think he realises that one of the best moves obviously the best moves he's made is coming to Liverpool and playing in the Premiership.
Here is Fernando Torres. Can he turn? He can! Oh, wonderful! It is a time for heroes. Legend will be written. Tales will be told in the future. And tales will be told of Fernando Torres. Genius at work. Goal scorer at work.
I think that the game against Chelsea where Stevie played a great ball the outside of his foot and put Torres in, and you're thinking, what's he going to do? Because, he's up against, top side, and then he just moves it and scores in one movement. And even that day, the run around to give John Terry as well, not just in terms of pace, but physically as well. That's something I know myself on the training pitch. It's not just pace with Torres, he's very strong. And I think he showed that in the goal he scored last season against Rio Ferdinand. People criticise Rio for that, but I didn't. That was great strength by Torres and pace, and I've had that in training myself. He's unstoppable when he's like that, so there's not a lot you can do as a defender.
And he's certainly integrated himself into the life in Merseyside, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, I think he goes in and looks around the city centre with his friends and family, and I think he's also gone on record how much he loves not just the football club but the city itself. And I think over the few years that the Spanish players were here, they certainly did, get right involved in the city and the culture of the place, and I think that's something that everyone appreciates. He keeps himself to himself. I think he's very close to his girlfriend or his wife now, his family, and he doesn't, he's a model professional, looks after himself, comes in, does his training, goes home. Even though he's a star on the pitch, he doesn't act like a star off the pitch, and I think that's certainly appreciated in Liverpool.
Torres has gone for the return. Oh my word, Fernando Torres! Electric once again.
Oh, I mean, anyone scores that amount of goals, they're always a great teammate.
Gerrard will deliver the ball, and there is the header! The partnership strikes again. El Matador from Madrid strikes again. That's Torres, and it's in. Fernando Torres on fire at the moment, and Liverpool have the early goal they so craved.
Number 4, Xavi Alonso.
Gerrard. And that's set up for Xavi Alonso! What a goal! A magnificent strike by the Spanish international, and with 5 minutes of the first half to go, Liverpool are in the lead.
Gerrard, so important in that move. Here we see possession lost there by Pires, and quickly Liverpool transferred it with that diagonal ball.
I got to know Xavi, really well, off the pitch, and got on really well with him at the club, so that's one of the reasons he's so high up there. Because I still speak to him now, wish him luck before big Real Madrid games or Spanish games, and also what he's done on the pitch for us. I think he's a fantastic player, and I think it was a big disappointment for everyone when he left the club. But we wish him well, and he's at a top club now, and he's just gone on to win the Euros and the World Cup with Spain. It just shows what a top player he is.
Why did you get so close? Do you have a lot in common, you two, or?
Well, he loves his football as well, Xavi. So he's always talking about football. He enjoys, the football side of it really, and so we used to always chat about that as earlier days at Real Sociedad. The Spanish game we talk about, where I always used to give him stick about being sub for Spain, but he managed to get himself back in the side eventually. But yeah, I think we were both on the same wavelength in terms of understanding our football and what we wanted from it, both the same.
When he arrived in that summer of 2004, had you ever heard of Xabi Alonso?
I'd heard his name. I'd watched a lot of Spanish football because Real Sociedad had gone quite close to winning the title. Maybe the year before or the year before that, they'd taken Real Madrid very close, and he was the new kid on the block there who everyone was talking about. I hadn't really seen him play that much, but I knew Real Madrid was sniffing about him when we eventually got him. But I remember just the first training session at Melwood, sometimes you can tell straight away the way someone passes a ball. I could tell right away. And his first game was Bolton, but the game didn't go too well for us that game. But I think his next game was Monaco in the Champions League at home, and his first couple of passes, you could just thought, oh, we've got a player here, he can play. He's a Liverpool player, and so you could tell straight away.
Alonso finds Risa. Great ball, great goal. John Arne Risa slams home his second in successive league games. What a delivery from Xabi Alonso.